just gonna do a little unboxing for you guys. Oral-B came by last week and he brought this through. Of course, it's not for sale, but they brought us our toothbrush and a little goodie bag. So I'm gonna show you guys what they brought in here. But here is the box and the bag, all that good stuff. So I'm excited about this because I haven't had an electric toothbrush in so long. So this is exciting. I was gonna buy one because I knew we were getting one sometime soon. So I was like, let me just wait. So I'm already paying for it basically. So might as well just wait and see what they give us. This is what it looks like. Nothing else in there. And here it is. Got different attachments, or replacements rather. So that's good. I'm excited because I'm actually tired of my manual brush. I'm ready to upgrade and be an official dental hygiene student and actually be able to talk the talk and walk the walk. You feel me? So there's the charger. And the actual device. Let's put this here. So it's just some extra stuff, some coupons. I'll keep that for later. Oh lordy. And another attachment, detoxifying toothpaste, crest. And y'all know I'm a student. I don't know much about, you know, these different brands and stuff, but I thought Oral-B was like a company within itself. Like, I didn't know they, you know, collaborated with brands like Crest and whatever. So that's really cool. So thank you, Oral-B, for this great gift. I don't know, all dental hygiene students pretty much get the same thing, but I just want to express that it's really cool getting stuff like this because I was in nursing school and I didn't get anything. They didn't stop by. They didn't send us nothing, not even a hello. So it's really nice getting stuff like this. You know, it just makes you excited for the field that you're going in. So I'm really grateful to have something like this, and I will be using it. So yeah, thanks.
Okay, so everybody get a clinician chair. The clinician chair has a regular back on it. So no, not that one. That's an assistant chair. So the chair that has like the arm thing that comes around is the assistant chair. I don't like to sit back in my chair. I just can't. So I'm normally
straight.
I'm normally like this, but you've got to make sure that your back is always straight. Okay. So practice y'all's posture. Make sure your back is straight. Remember, you want your legs to kind of be like an incline. Okay. So if your legs are like this, then you don't want that. If your chair is up too high to where you're barely like on your toes, then you don't want that. That's too much. Okay, so this is too much of an angle. Okay, so you don't want that. This is my
I'm sorry.
I'm giraffe legs.
I mean, yours, it looks, yeah, I mean, yours looks good, yeah. You're not, so I think, does everybody look good to you? Does she look a little like too high? Tell me your name again. Janessa. Janessa. Okay, you may be
just a little bit. Just a tiny bit.
Does that feel good to you?
A little down.
Maybe just a little down, but not too much, yeah. So it's not gonna feel just right until you kind of get used to it. You may need to come up just a little bit. You don't have much of that. Tom, you may need to come up just a little bit. Whoop. Yeah, keep going down there. Yeah, I think that's good. Haley, you may need to come up just a little bit. Maybe, yeah. So this is why whenever I come over to check your patients, I am not going to adjust your chair. Because if I come over and adjust your chair, it's going to take you another 5 minutes to adjust it back. So, you know, I kind of leave y'all's chairs alone. It's your chair, and I'm just going to come over and check. Like I said, if I need to, I'll stand to check your patient. Okay, so this is where whenever you go to your operatory, what are we gonna do first?
Put the chair down.
Well, you're gonna put your chair down, very good. But once we have our patient seated, who comes first?
Oh, you put the patient back to make sure you're.
But who comes first? You. This is the only time that you're gonna hear me say to be selfish, okay? You're gonna come first, right? So you've got to make sure that your chair's where it needs to be, because you're gonna be sitting here for an 8-hour day. Your patient's gonna be there for, like I said, all of 45 to 60 minutes, right? So we've got to make sure that we're comfortable and our ergonomics is good. So back straight. Again, if you're, taller and you can sit back in your chair, just make sure that it's not like this, and we're working like this. No crossing your legs and working like this. This is comfortable to me. This is really comfortable to me, but you can end up losing balance or whatever, and then plus it's not good. So, and remember I said we don't want to sit like this, so you're always going to be sitting about, this is going to be kind of neutral. Yeah. So whenever I talk to y'all about, with your hand and what's neutral with your hand, so if you were to if you're sitting like this, you bring your elbows, so your elbows are at your side, and you come up like this, this is neutral, right? This is not neutral. So if I were to tell you, what's your neutral hand position, most of you would probably be like, well, that would probably be more neutral because, it's kind of parallel to the floor. But if you bring your hands up, then your hand's going to be kind of at an angle to where your pinky's lower than your thumb, right? So when you bring your hands up, you're at your side. So remember too, our elbows shouldn't go any more than how many degrees out? 20, okay? So we don't want to be working and we're like this right here. You're going to end up with a lot of pain here and then also in your elbow area, okay? So we no more than 20, right? So we're also not going to be like this working, okay? So you can have a little bit of give, okay? So about 20, and then with your head. So remember, we don't want to be like this and working, right? So we don't want to be in, plus, I know I picked on some of you for being all up in your patient's face with the EOIO, but we don't want to be leaned over like this, right? So our head should not go any more than how many degrees? Okay?
20.
So we don't. So we don't want to be like this because then you're going to end up with a lot of pain here as well, right? So so our head, and then if we need to bend over, where are we going to bend? At your hips. So like at your hips. So we don't want to be hunchback, right? So if you do need to lean over, then you're just going to kind of lean over at the hips, okay? So, like I said, nobody, well, I can't say nobody. Most of us, even if we exercise, sometimes you have to make yourself do it. But like I said, I would highly recommend planks if nothing else. If you do nothing else, because we want our core to be strong, because that's going to help to support your back, right? And you don't want to end up with a lot of back issues and a lot of back pain and stuff. So if nothing else, even if you just start out, just a few seconds or whatever and kind of build yourself up, if I recommend nothing else, I'm going to recommend planks. She's like, I'm on it. So I would recommend planks, and also practice holding your stomach in. Like I said, for some reason I have a son. I've never known of anybody that can't pull their stomach. Can all of you pull your stomach muscles in? Like kind of tighten it a little bit? I've never known of anybody who can't. And my son, and like he's tall and skinny. And you would think, and I'm just like, really? He's like, no, Mom, like I can't. I'm like, oh, okay. Anyway, but, I guess to each his own. So, just practice that. We want to make sure that we're really supporting our back, okay? And strengthening those muscles as well. Then as far as stretching, just make sure that y'all are stretching every day. Even in between your patients, stretch your back out, kind of do stretches like this and stretches like this. The biggest thing too, like I said, we're in this position for a very long time. So I would also recommend, like, if you can stand up against the wall, like this, and do like that, okay? Okay, and then that's gonna also kind of stretch out your chest, stretch out in here. Okay, so I would do like that. And then also kind of grasp here and then kind of bend over to stretch in that way, okay? So what I was telling y'all about your hands, because we do have our hands in this position so much, is to make sure that you're kind of stretching this and kind of stretching that. It's also gonna stretch this out in here, okay? So you also wanna do like that and kind of stretch that all out. But like I said, we still wanna strengthen our hands, right? So we wanna make sure that we're doing some kind of hand strengthening exercises. But we do want to, even though our hands are in this position, you know, for a long period of time, we still want to make sure that we're strengthening our hands. That's gonna help us with instrumentation as well, okay? But really make sure that you're stretching out, doing a lot of stretches. I'm trying to think, also, you know, with your neck, you know, you wanna just kind of, cause y'all, see a chiropractor, see a massage therapist once a month. That's helped me probably more than anything is a chiropractor and a massage therapist, because the chiropractor is gonna keep you in alignment, and then the massage therapist is gonna kind of help to keep everything kind of loosened up. Very first time that I ever started, I wasn't told all this whenever I started hygiene. My massage therapist was like, oh my goodness. Like I had to see her like several times before I could actually see her once a month, because I was so tight in through here. Stress will cause that too, but also just the position that we're in, and then too, sometimes if you tend to kind of raise your shoulders and stuff, then that's gonna kind of make you a little tense in there. But then also back in here, you can tend to kind of tighten that up. So yeah, so this is their thing. Yeah, this is it. So what you would do with this is, so you would, you know, just take it, and this is gonna help to strengthen your hand in this way, and then you're gonna do it with this hand, help strengthen this hand, because yes, even though this hand just holds your mirror, we still wanna strengthen this hand, okay? So we wanna strengthen our hands, and then what you can do is you would just take it like on a surface. If I could do it to where all you can see, but you can just take it like this, and then you can do like this to kind of work on spreading your fingers out that way, kind of strengthen them that way. Okay, so I'll let you kind of pass that around.
You can get that on like Amazon?
Amazon.
Okay.
And this I got on Amazon. This, and it actually has the website that you can go to, but I got on Amazon, is doczac.com. It comes in like different strengths so that you can get it however firm that you need it. And then like this right here, some of you may not be able to put your fingers through these like this.
Some brass knuckles.
Doing this.
I know.
I feel like cramping.
I know. Okay, so you put your fingers in this like this. So you squeeze it. Okay, so you can strengthen it that way, and then you're gonna flex out. Okay, so you can squeeze it, and then that's gonna kind of help going out that way. Okay. Amazon. I don't know what this one's called. Handmaster. So this is Handmaster Plus. Handmaster Plus. So there you go.
That's smart.
All right, so we've got to really make sure that we're taking care of our hands, okay? Because hands got to last you. You know, that's my biggest reason why I ended up. I knew at the time that I started Fortis that my time was coming. So when this opportunity came up, I was like, okay. So this is my saddle stool, y'all. I bought this online from someone and only paid $75. I wasn't fitted for it. A lot of people who sell saddle stools will say, make sure that you get fitted. You need to spend thousands of dollars, blah, 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 blah. This, I have sat in other saddle stools that cost $1,000 or whatever. That's not as comfortable as this. This is very cushiony. So this is actually, but you do have to make sure. So I bought this and I was using it, and I had another hygienist. So see, it already has you in the position that you need to be. I've had students say, yeah, but I like the back, so I like to lean. Well, if you like the back because you like to lean back, then your posture's probably not good. But this will kind of force you to, I mean, yeah, you can still have bad posture. You can still lean to the side. But this, to me, really helped me in patient care. I actually took this because you can lower it and raise it. You know, I told you I worked at like 3 or 4 different offices. And I would put this in my car, and I took it to all my offices with me. Because each office, like one of the office, y'all had this horrible chair. Like it was like kind of square shaped the seat was, and anyway, it was horrible. But anyway, so I took this with me, but you can actually get this one on Amazon. I found it, well, the lady actually told me that she got it on Amazon. So if they don't provide things, you're going to find you'll work in offices, and guys, it's crazy, but you're going to work in offices that do not have blood pressure cuffs. Y'all have a blood pressure cuff. So take care of your patient. For me, when that patient is in my chair, yes, I work for this dentist. Yes, this dentist should provide stuff for me. But if he doesn't, that patient is my responsibility, and so I'm gonna take my blood pressure cuff. If I have to go buy one, I'm going to take patient glasses. You know, I mean, you can get safety glasses for pretty cheap. You will definitely want to make sure that you adjust it. So I let a hygienist I work with use it one time. I had left it there, and I said, if you want to, you can try it, see if you want to order one. And so she called me that next day, and she said, Jennifer, she said, my back hurts me more now than it did with my own. I said, did you adjust it? And she said, well, no. And I said, you can adjust it. So you have to adjust the height. You can also adjust this, you know, so that it can go up and down and stuff like that. So you have to adjust it for you and what's comfortable for you, your height and all that. So there we go. All right, so make sure, so your chair is the way that it needs to be. So now we want the patient chair to, so just lower your patient chairs and go ahead and lay it back to supine, which would be supine position. And then I want y'all to sit at the 12 o'clock position.
You put your book right here so you can read it.
Act as a head.
Yeah, so you can read it. That's how they did in that picture.
Okay, so, all right, so your patient is laid back.
My breath stinks so bad, and I just keep on smelling.
You always say that.
Well, I can't help it. What did I eat? Some yogurt. I brushed my tongue and everything using my Oral-B toothbrush on the tongue setting.
Oh, how was it?
I love it. It's nice.
I feel like
Thing that y'all have to pay attention to is, even though you lay the headrest is back to where your patient is in the supine position. So we have to figure out now, is your patient too low or too high for you? Because remember whenever you sit, which you just gotta try to visualize the patient's head there to see, you know, where's your elbow in relation. And then also, you can also put your elbows at your waist here and kind of see if your hands, so you want your elbows here and you're like this, and see if your hands are gonna kind of clear your patient's face. If the patient seems to be, yours may need to be raised, the whole chair raised just a little bit. If it seems like the patient is too low, if the patient's too high, you might need to lower. Just remember, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now all headrests are made this way, so don't depend on that. Okay, tell me what to see.
Alright.
Okay, so show me like 10, and then show me 11, and then 12.
Cute. You're so cute. Look at that. Y'all so cute. Y'all like perfect for the camera.
No, that picture Niecy's mom took.
I look like a butter bean.
Okay, no. Me? You couldn't tell what the jacket is, where the chair is. I just look this wide.
I look like my daddy. I said, oh no.
No, the picture your mom took. I literally look this wide.
I think she photoshopped like my face.
I don't know why, but that picture is horrendous.
I hated it. I was about to untag myself.
Oh, no, it said Niecy wants to tag you. I said hide photo.
I said, ain't no way.